Hello, I'm Tam the Tam BOTC channel. When I was doing my Iron Lung video, as awkward and messy as that was, even though it was just quick and stupid, I did want to talk more on a spoiler video, and then I got an idea because of I saw something on Bruce Campbell praising the movie, uh, and then thought of like other movies that Iron Lung reminds me of. It kind of also reminds me, I talked about Cujo and, I can't remember the movie where the woman's freaking. It's another Stephen King movie where a woman is stuck on a bed being handcuffed. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. But I just think of those isolated, trying to survive kind of movies, or 127 Hours. That's another one. And as well as that movie is full of freaking blood. And then I thought, you know what, Markiplier, that just gave me a really interesting idea for something, and I know people are sick of remakes, but it also reminded me of Evil Dead a little bit too, like the isolated, bloody, psychological kind of setting. And I was talking to my friends the idea of what if they did an Evil Dead 2 remake? Get the frick out of here, purple thing. Uh, and I want to see Markiplier as their version of Ash. That would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? He's a goofy guy if you went back to like the comedy but also psychological horror roots and made it his own thing. I can see it being a remake that might actually work in the same vein as Liam Neeson's Naked Gun, making a return to those types of parody movies. They said, haha, I posted some GIFs talking more about it. I wish there were GIFs on some of these scenes. I couldn't get these GIFs to work, but it's of course known for its blood, even though there was one scene where it had to be more tame and use green blood. But it also had a lot of psychological parts, like the mirror scene where himself and the reflection grabs him. That was even in the original one, but they used like water instead. Um, and they're both very gory, ridiculous scenes. Imagine you take Rise of the Evil Dead's kind of deadites, and then you mix them with the kind of tone and tone of not only Iron Lung but also the original Evil Dead 2. And then if that does successful, you could make like a sequel to it that is much more open, or even a remake to Army of Darkness, or an actual Evil Dead 3. You could do something like that. Uh, I don't know. A lot of people are skeptical bleh, about remakes nowadays, and I understand it definitely. And I thought this would be kind of cool. This is one of my favorite scenes in any movie, by the way. I just love the whole scene of all the furniture laughing at him. One of my favorites. But yeah, just such a freaking awesome goddamn movie. And I can kind of see him. Of course, people might, jump to certain conclusions about him. He wouldn't fit the role or something. But I can kind of see it, like if he cuts his hair and he has like you can see like the blood on his face, the chainsaw hand and all that. I can kind of see him working as like Ash from Evil Dead, as just like a different interpretation. I mean, Bruce Campbell's getting older. He's got white hair, pretty much gray hair, whatever, silver hair. I don't know. I love Bruce Campbell. He's awesome. You could probably even do a little cameo of him if you want, unless it feels too forced. But nonetheless, I love Bruce Campbell, but he can't do the role forever. He can't be part of it. And some people would even say, don't make any more Evil Dead films. I can see that as an argument too. But I hope you can hear me out. Tell me what your perspective is, what you think of this. Uh, I just think it sounded like a cool idea when I was thinking it in my head. I was like, ooh, I could see a Markiplier-ified Evil Dead 2 remake. That would be interesting. And who would the other actors be? They could choose. And seeing him, I know he doesn't want to work alongside Hollywood, but if he's with the right people or if it's his own project, he can. I mean, Bruce Campbell's awesome, and he endorses film. And ironically, Evil Dead is a Sam Raimi series, and he was battling Sam Raimi's movie Send Help in the theaters. I love Sam Raimi. I haven't seen that movie yet, but I love Sam Raimi. Sam Raimi is a freaking awesome director, made some of my favorite movies. I love Spider-Man 2, I love Evil Dead 2, I love Darkman. I just showed Dave that. I love that freaking movie. One of my favorite comic book movies of all time. Yeah, Sam Raimi is just one of my favorite directors. Um, and I gotta see Send Help now because I don't like missing out on Sam Raimi movies, but I missed out sadly this time. I'm sure I'll catch it eventually, but I think it's going to be leaving theaters soon, just like Iron Lung. But yeah, I just thought that would be a cool idea. I would want to talk more about Iron Lung. There's some cool ideas that went around between me and my friends I didn't get to talk about. I should probably make a spoiler video. I don't think that. I thought it would be funny to call it an awkward talk about Iron Lung video, though. So I just kept it like that. There's an awkward version and then hopefully a not so awkward version. I don't know. Whenever I'm in front of the camera, I get kind of awkward, and that's me. I get socially awkward. So I'm sorry for that. But nonetheless, like I really enjoyed this movie. I thought there were a lot of interesting theories that came out of it too. Not all of them work, of course, but there's some cool ones that me and my friends have discussed. But the reason I didn't like I had a hard time trying to talk about the movie because I felt like I would be spoiling things if I went into that stuff. So whatever I talked about in that video, I felt like I was limited as well as like I was having a hard time. I had enough stuff going on in my head right at this moment anyways, so hopefully this was a little bit better. But I loved Iron Lung. I loved it. I should rate it too if I do another video actually, and I bring like Dave in. Um, my friend Dave and maybe even Josh. We can talk a little bit about it. It can be kind of like one of our first little podcast moments, I guess, for the channel. Who knows? Maybe even play a video game in the background, like Lethal Company or something. But yeah, I gotta check out Iron Lung now. And Jaden Williams also has a new video game I gotta check out. What is it called? It's something Staircase. Let me see if I can get it up. Where is There it is. Do you like my background? I can't wait for Snake to be in that game, by the way. Okay. Ooh, I should play Dark Sector sometimes, because I have never played that before, and it's the same people who worked on Warframe. Uh, it would be in store, wouldn't it? Yeah, there it is. Okay, I have it up already. Okay, Stalking Stairs, Jaden Williams. I think it's only $5. I gotta try this game now that I've seen it. But yeah, I gotta try that game. We could even do more content warning as well. And I gotta get frickin' Iron Lung now too. I think I saved that to my list. Let's check games. Iron Lung. There it is. There's a soundtrack. Oops, sorry. I did like the soundtrack, by the way. I almost forgot to mention that. Pretty good, great soundtrack. Great atmosphere. Oh, don't play. I don't know if it copyrights or anything. But yeah, I gotta check out playing this game. I feel like I would be terrible at like doing longitude, latitude kind of crap. I would be terrible at that. But yeah, uh, not as cheap as Jaden Williams, but still a game I think is worth it just because like of how big a deal it's become, and might even grow in its popularity just because of the movie. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I should get this. Oh, there's a New Blood anniversary sale. I'll have to check that out. Anyways, yeah, I can't wait to frickin' check that out as well as Jaden's game sometime. Maybe stream those for the channel as well as any other games. I want to get back to doing games. I gotta do more book readings for the channel because that was something I feel like people probably miss on the channel, and I need to really get back to that. I just need the motivation as well as there's just been a lot going on that's been distracting me, and I just even my motivation to play certain games has been down sometimes, but nonetheless, I can definitely push myself with that stuff. And it's hard to get my friends together. We're all busy at different times and such. It's always hard to find a good time to catch people as well. I think 5 p.m. is a time I might be going for just because I realize most of the people who watch me were able to catch me around there. But yeah, maybe even 4. Maybe that would be a decent time. I don't know. But nonetheless, I will see you next time. I hope you have a awesome day and have a good weekend since the weekend is coming up. Bye, Jimmy's mom. That's about it. See ya. Bye-bye. Oh, sorry. That was a loud. That was a loud Markiplier. Bye-bye. There we go. That was a little quieter. I'm so sorry for blowing your ears out. And thank you very much for watching. Transform and roll out. Groundwalker. You want this, don't you? Good. Try and get as many voices as I can at the end here. Wahoo! That's about it. Bye bye. Uh, bye bye, everybody. Have an awesome weekend.